How
For people to celebrate what they can't take credit for. Hallelujah. Nobody the credit for where I'm at in life, but God. We gonna go. My heart.
full
Exclude everybody. Yep. Exclude everybody. Yeah. Forgive everybody. Amen to that. I can't. Y'all ain't even. The haters ain't even seen.
Everybody thought this Mother's Day situation was just another celebrity moment at first. A luxury suite, cameras everywhere, matching energy, smiling clips for social media. Another public appearance designed to get people talking for a few days before the internet moved on to the next drama. But the second viewers started paying attention to who wasn't speaking during all of this, the entire conversation changed instantly. Because while everybody online was focused on Claressa Shields sitting beside Papoose, posting clips, smiling for cameras, and appearing fully comfortable inside that family setting, one person stayed completely silent through the entire thing, Mama Mitchell. And somehow, that silence became louder than every single interview, every social media post, every caption, and every viral clip combined. The internet immediately started asking the same question, over and over again. If everything about this relationship is so real and so accepted, then why hasn't the one opinion that seems to matter most publicly shown support? And once people started looking at the situation through that lens, the entire vibe online shifted from celebrity gossip into something way deeper. Because now, people weren't just analyzing a relationship anymore, they were analyzing a family dynamic. And that's exactly where things started getting uncomfortable for Claressa Shields. According to the reactions spreading online, many people felt like they were watching someone attempt to publicly step into a role that hadn't officially been confirmed behind the scenes yet. And whether people agreed with that opinion or not didn't even matter anymore, because once social media locks onto a narrative, it moves fast. Suddenly, every detail from that weekend started getting dissected like evidence in a courtroom. The timing, the seating arrangements, the captions, the body language, the tags, the facial expressions. Every tiny thing became part of one giant internet investigation that only kept growing bigger by the hour. Now, here's where things really started spiraling. Claressa Shields reportedly had a major opportunity lined up in Atlanta during that same time. A huge look professionally, big visibility, the kind of appearance most celebrities and athletes would never walk away from, especially somebody with her level of accomplishments in boxing. But instead of staying focused on that opportunity, reports and online discussions claim she made sure she was in New York beside Papoose during Mother's Day weekend. And the internet noticed immediately. Not because they cared about the concert itself, because honestly, most people stopped talking about the actual event the moment those sweet videos started circulating online. People became obsessed with the reason she was there. Why that weekend? Why that family setting? Why place herself directly in the middle of such an emotional holiday connected to family dynamics that already carried years of public history? That's when another detail pushed everything into an even messier direction. According to online discussions, that suite wasn't originally centered around Claressa Shields at all. It was reportedly organized as a Mother's Day celebration for the women deeply connected to Papoose's real family history, his mother, his sisters, and the women who were part of his life long before cameras, interviews, and viral moments entered the picture. And once people heard that detail, social media exploded all over again. Because suddenly, viewers started asking one uncomfortable question repeatedly. What exactly was Claressa's official role there? No marriage, no child together, no publicly confirmed family connection. Yet there she was, front and center during one of the most symbolic family weekends of the year, posting content and appearing completely integrated into the atmosphere like she already belonged there permanently. And once those videos from inside the suite started spreading across social media, people completely lost their minds analyzing Papoose's behavior. The internet zoomed in on everything, every glance, every pause, every awkward second, every moment where he appeared distracted. At times, viewers claimed he looked more focused on his phone and his food than the woman sitting beside him, and social media instantly turned into a full-blown body language investigation. Clips were replayed over and over again. Screenshots started flying everywhere. People began saying the chemistry looked forced. Others claimed he looked emotionally exhausted. Some even went as far as saying he looked trapped inside a public performance he wasn't fully invested in emotionally. Whether those assumptions were fair or not didn't even matter anymore, because once social media collectively decides something feels off, perception becomes reality online very quickly. But then came the moment that truly pushed the situation over the edge, the Mother's Day tribute post. And this is where the internet really started spiraling into family drama territory. For years, Papoose reportedly maintained the same tradition every Mother's Day, publicly honoring his mother with posts centered around respect, appreciation, and family loyalty. But this year, people noticed something immediately that they could not stop talking about. Claressa Shields was tagged first, not quietly included later in the tags, not subtly mentioned somewhere in the background, first. And online, that tiny detail became gigantic overnight, because social media immediately interpreted that first tag as symbolic. People treated it like a ranking system, almost like a statement that Claressa was suddenly being elevated ahead of women who had actual blood ties and years of family history connected to Papoose's life. That's when the conversation completely changed. This no longer looked like simple relationship gossip to people online. It started looking personal. Then, things escalated again after Claressa posted about celebrating Mother's Day with her mother and sisters. The second that caption started circulating online, the backlash intensified instantly, because according to the discussions exploding online, those women were not her biological sisters, they were Papoose's sisters. And once social media locked on to that wording, the comment sections became absolute chaos. Some accused Claressa of trying to publicly install herself into a family role she hadn't officially earned yet. Others defended her completely, saying people were overreacting and searching for problems where none existed. But regardless of which side people took, one question kept showing up over and over again. Why did this entire situation feel so public, so strategic, and so carefully visible during Mother's Day weekend specifically? And honestly, that's when another theory started spreading everywhere online. Many people began believing this wasn't happening naturally anymore. They believed this was becoming a rollout, not just a relationship, a rollout. Because suddenly, Claressa and Papoose seemed to be appearing everywhere together. Interviews, public outings, coordinated looks, videos, media attention building week after week. And social media started viewing all of it through a completely different lens. Instead of seeing organic relationship moments, people started seeing calculated visibility, a carefully managed public image campaign designed to slowly normalize the relationship in front of audiences until it eventually became accepted publicly without resistance. Meanwhile, through all the noise, one person still remained completely silent: Remy Ma. No emotional breakdowns online, no public arguments, no live stream reactions, no shady captions, nothing. And somehow, her silence added even more weight to the entire situation, because no matter how many new clips surfaced online, one thing still couldn't be erased: history. Years together, marriage history, shared struggles, public loyalty, tattoos connected to Remy Ma's name and image, real-life experiences that existed long before these recent appearances with Claressa ever started happening. That's why so many people online kept repeating the same idea over and over again. Social media moments cannot erase permanent history. But despite all the arguments, all the reactions, all the theories, and all the public attention surrounding this situation, the internet kept circling back to the exact same person every single time: Mama Mitchell. Because through every viral moment, every interview, every appearance, and every carefully watched interaction, she still never publicly confirmed support for any of it. No reposts, no statements, no public embrace, no visible approval whatsoever. And somehow, her silence became the loudest part of the story. people started viewing her lack of public reaction as its own message entirely, because according to the energy online, many believe her opinion is the one piece of validation this entire situation still hasn't received publicly. Now, here's where the situation may actually become bigger than gossip for Claressa Shields personally. Outside of all this relationship controversy, Claressa is still one of the most accomplished athletes in boxing. Her achievements inside the ring are undeniable. Her career speaks for itself. But right now, instead of social media discussing championships and accomplishments, people are discussing family tension, Mother's Day drama, relationship controversy, and internet speculation. And moments like this have a way of following celebrities for years online. That's why many people believe this has entered reputation territory now, not just entertainment gossip, because once public perception shifts, it can become very difficult to control the narrative again. And now, the internet continues watching every move closely. Remy Ma stays silent, Papoose remains difficult to read emotionally, Claressa continues appearing publicly beside him, and Mama Mitchell's silence still hangs over the entire story like the missing answer everybody keeps waiting for. Will she eventually speak publicly? Will somebody officially clarify the relationship once and for all? Or will the silence continue saying more than every interview, caption, and appearance combined? Because right now, whether people want to admit it or not, that silence is controlling the entire narrative. And honestly, that may be the most powerful part of this whole story. So now the internet waits for the next move. And trust me, if Mama Mitchell ever breaks her silence publicly, everything could change overnight.